Today's video, I'm going to be adding extensions to my dreadlocks. So I actually got this really cool package that I'm really stoked to actually unbox, and I got promotional codes for you guys, so stay tuned throughout the video because I'm gonna help you guys out. Like I said at the beginning, in today's video I'm gonna add at minimum one extension. I just want to show you guys how to do it. I have like kind of an updated way of doing it, but this video is mostly just like how easy it is to actually add dreadlock extensions to your hair, and also which dreadlock extensions to get, because there are actually a lot of dreadlock extensions out there, and there are some that don't look good in general, and there's some that don't look good for your hair type, or say you have straight hair and they look like curly hair dreadlocks, or if you have curly hair and they look like straight hair dreadlocks and they just don't look right. So guys, before we get into the rest of the video, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and we'll get straight into it. Also, subscribe if you guys are new. I make all kinds of dreadlock content, so if you're getting dreadlocks, or even if you already have them, make sure to subscribe because you're gonna enjoy all the content on this channel. But now let's open this package. So right here we have today's package. Let's go ahead and pop it open. Now you guys should already know what it is. We got some dreadlock extensions, and I actually have quite a bit of samples that are in here. So let's see what we got. We got one package. Ooh, got another package. You guys can see some hair colors in there. That's actually really cool. And then got a third package. All right, so let's open all three. These ones, let's see, what do we got here? Oh, they actually have rubber bands on them, so we can pull it all out. Cool, so we have two different colors right here. We have a black and a brown. So whatever your hair color is, it matched very well. One thing you can note about these dreadlocks is that you can dye them, so you can bleach them and dye them. There's a perfect example right here that you can actually do it. Look how clean that bleach looks on this right here. Really nice. Very well put together as well. You guys can see, let me try to get a close-up of that right there. See how curly the hair is right there? That's the hair type. So these are about, I would say about 3C hair type dreadlocks extensions. And obviously you can tell the hair type really well down here. So you see how it's like an afro down here. So this is a very tight curl pattern of dreadlock extensions. Let's take a look at the red ones. They look really cool. Oh, it's really sweet. And then like I said, you can bleach this, you can dye it. And here's two examples right here, obviously. The reason I like these dreadlock extensions versus the ones that have a loop at the end, these are easier to permanently install on your hair versus the ones with the loops on the end. Usually the ones with the loops are straight hair dreadlock extensions, and the ones that have a frayed end like this are typically for a tighter curl pattern. And it's easier to hook all together. But just so you guys know, I am linking all of this down below. Let's see what else came in the package. Maybe some tools to install them. Okay, cool. So they give you a comb, which is good for combing out your roots, or even just combing out the tips or the ends of these in order to install them properly. Then they give you a crochet hook. It's really nice. This actually looks pretty similar to the Dreadlock crochet hook, and I was going to be using this, but I'm actually not going to have to open this today. So, but if you do want one of these, make sure to pick it up at dreadlocks.com. That's nice that it comes with this. A lot of kits that, you know, these companies create dreadlock extensions and they send them out to you, they don't give you very quality, you know, tools to actually install them. Usually they'll give you like a very generic interlock tool, which doesn't really make any sense. But man, this is actually really good. It's a 0.5 millimeter, really well built actually. So it's nice that it comes with this. This is a really good comb as well. And this is really important for creating the sections, but I already have the sections, but this is still helpful. They send you this card, and then it also, you know, they have customer service and all these other things to where if you're not happy with it, they always help you out. All right, just to show you everything that they sent me out, they sent out some 8-inch regular, you know, just black or dark brown. This will match my hair pretty well right here, so we're gonna use these ones today. And then they also sent out the red dyed tips, the bleach tips. I think the bleach tips just look really cool just because of the contrast. But honestly, all three of these dyed ones look really cool. This is the light brown tips as well, and then the light brown 8-inch dreadlocks. And then they have, I can't remember what length this is, but it's longer than a foot. So these are really long ones if you want to just go straight to really long dreadlocks. Even if you wanted to install them and then trim them to your size, this is a great option. They're all the same texture. And then I also noticed that in every package comes the tools that you need in order to install them. So that's really cool how they make it so easy for you to actually handle installing these dreadlocks. But let's go ahead and get into the tutorial of how to actually do this. And it's really easy to do. It's actually really fun. And it's easy to do on yourself and even easier to do on others. So let's take a look. So guys, you're going to see how easy it is to take this dreadlock extension. I'm going to install it in actually the thicker dreadlock that I did when I did the instant lock using the crochet hook a couple weeks back. So yeah, this dreadlock right here, I'm going to take and install this dreadlock extension. And this is all for tutorial purposes, guys. I want to teach you guys how to actually use these tools and how to install these dreadlocks. And I also want to mention all these dreadlocks are linked down below. You're about to see how easy this is on actually the installation process. Like you guys see, I'm taking this dreadlock. What I'm going to do, I'll show you really quick just so you guys can get a clear picture. Look at the tip of this dreadlock. It's not completely mature. You can see how my dreadlock is still frayed at the tip. Completely fine. And that's exactly what you actually want. So you want to take the frayed tip on your dreadlock, and if it's not frayed, it would be perfect for you to take this foam that they put in the package with you. And if the tip of your dreadlock isn't frayed like mine, obviously I have starter locks. And you can do this on any set of dreadlocks. You can do this even if you don't have dreadlocks. I would recommend having at least 2 inches of hair though. But if the tip isn't frayed, comb out the tip. Just like this, with the comb that is provided. Once you do that, you're going to take both of the frayed ends, the frayed end on the extension and the frayed end on your dreadlock. What you want to do is you want to lay them on top of each other. You want to overlap them about, I would say at minimum, like at least ½ an inch. This allows you to get a good connection. Then I'm going to take the crochet hook that they provided as well, and all you're doing is as if you're instantly locking up your hair. You take the dreadlock extension, your actual dreadlock, or the hair you're using, put it up against each other, but I'm going in with the crochet needle first through my dreadlock and then into the extension and then pulling the extension into my existing dreadlock. If you do it the opposite way, you're pulling your hair into the dreadlock extension and it's not effective. But it really helps how they have the ends frayed on here. But all I'm doing, so I pushed through already, so you see that I'm through right there, and then now I'm just going to pull that in. And then I just constantly do this process. And if you guys need to know more about how to crochet hook, make sure to watch a video of mine on how to do it. And I actually have a class on greatlocks.com that teaches you how to do it in depth, that teaches you everything you need to know about doing it. Also, if you want to do it as a business, or even if you just want to do it on yourself. But yeah, I'm just going to continue this process. You'll see how quick I can actually install this. You should hear a little bit of like popping. That's completely fine, because all it's happening is the hair is kind of coming off of that hook. Now if you hear it like tearing, that's a whole different story. You don't want your hair to tear, you want it to kind of pop off the hook. And also at the end of this, I'm going to show you how to uninstall this, just because I'm not keeping these in permanently. And that's one thing I do on this channel. I like to show you guys how to actually do things with your dreadlocks, how to actually get dreadlocks, how to maintain them. And you can go as fast as you would like. I like to get the initial lock started first, kind of slowly, allow the hair to like kind of fill in. I can feel it pulling. And to be honest, like I would really like to, or I would say it this way, I'm not opposed to actually getting dreadlock extensions. So that's already somewhat in there. I'm just going to tie it in a little bit better. But like I said, I'm not opposed to getting dreadlock extensions because of how easy it is and how quick you can have them. I would recommend getting dreadlock extensions when your hair is a little bit shorter. Like I would say my length is probably the longest you would want your hair to be, just because it's more apparent when your hair is longer, because you're able to see where the hair starts and where it ends. But I mean, just like that, guys. That's in there. Oh, you can obviously see that my dreadlock is kind of coming out down here, so I'm just going to tie it in a little bit better. But I mean, I barely did any movements whatsoever. All I'm doing is pulling in the hair and combining it. But you guys see, like, oh man, you can see it at the top right there. So I'm just going to pull that in. All I'm doing is I'm grabbing right here with the frayed end, like in between my fingers, and then I'm pulling that into the extension. It's actually very easy to do. And the way the extensions are built makes it so easy for the hair to grab onto it. I mean, it's very user friendly, and I think that's one thing that a lot of people need when it comes to getting dreadlocks is how to make it easy for the person actually getting them. Now, I'm not going to do it completely tight. You guys can see right there, this is in there. I could go in even more. Obviously, I would want to if I wanted to keep these in permanently. Now, my hair was actually way longer than this when I had my first set of locks. But that's a pretty good color match as well. And guys, you can bleach these, you can dye these like I said, or you can just order the ones that are already bleached and dyed. But I mean, man, that's very easy to do. Like, see how I'm tugging on that? It's in there. So here's a closer shot so you guys can see what's going on. One thing I really like about these dreadlocks as well, because I've had multiple dreadlock extensions that have this hair type, and they're kind of squishy. These ones are very firm, and they're a little bit more loose down where you attach them. So that's really good. It allows the hair to be more mature already, like immediately. All right, guys, so what I'm going to do, I'm just pretty much going to separate the hair in order to take this out. So I'm just going in and like separating literally with my fingers very lightly. And what I'm doing here is just distinguishing what's mine and what's not mine. That's the easiest way to put it. I did go pretty high up. So what I'm gonna do, you can pull pretty hard and you only wanna hear popping. Like if you hear tearing, then you wanna stop. Pull pretty hard. You don't wanna pull any hair out of the scalp. So if you feel any tension, oh, there we go, already got it. If you feel any tension at the scalp, you wanna kinda slow down, but that pulled out. And you guys did see me tugging on that earlier and it was in there. But I mean, it just goes to show that these can be pretty easy to remove as long as you know how to do it properly. Like you guys saw me, all I do is go in and I kind of just squeeze the dreadlock. I'm able to distinguish what's my hair and what's not my hair. And it is pretty tough because this is really consistent with what my hair actually feels like. So I'm going in and filling, and then you kind of just wiggle your fingers and then you're able to pull it apart. That's really how you take it out. Now it is pretty obvious that that will be a little bit harder to actually take out if you've had these in for a couple years, even if you had them in for a couple months. But I mean, if you leave that just a ½ inch or an inch and then you put in the dreadlock extension, I mean, you could even cut them out if that's the way you want to go with, you know, taking them out, because you're only cutting off about ½ an inch of your actual dreadlock, which after you've grown your hair for quite some time, it's not going to be that much of length. But guys, these dreadlock extensions are some of the best ones that I've ever seen, so I'm linking them down below. If you guys do want to get these dreadlock extensions and use them on yourself, I'm telling you, they're very easy to use, very user friendly. The link to them is down below, and also use my discount code when you purchase them. But you guys, today's video is really fun creating. If you enjoyed it and learned a lot, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Also comment down below what you guys like to learn next. Like I said, this channel is really solely on teaching you guys how to get dreadlocks for yourself or even just start it out as a business. I also want to mention, if you want to take it a step further, make sure to join the Dreadlocks Masterclass. The link is always down below, and that class just teaches you how to instantly get dreadlocks for yourself or for others and make money on it. So if you're a loctician or you plan on being one, make sure to join the class. And also if you just want to do your own dreadlocks. I also want to mention in the next video is going to be really cool because I'm doing something to the crochet hooked locks that I did a couple weeks back. There's something that I messed up on and I need to fix, and it's going to be happening in the next episode. So stay tuned for that video. But other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully you guys do have an amazing day. Matter of fact, have a great day. Peace. God bless.